Hi,
Hi,
Leon. How are
Sonja.
you today?
Very good. Very good to see you again. Okay. So I think I can pick up here because what impressed me here is, and I wanted to ask you also in terms of your own practice with your clients, it seems like this is another sign or a signature of, shall we say, divided loyalty. Because she says to her mother, "You are wrong because you and I have nothing to talk about." So very emphatic, very strong, rejecting the connection and the overtures from the mother. And then she says, "Dad suffered too." She takes sides with her father because that divided loyalty then kicks in. She had an affinity for her father right from that early age. We saw her with the early scenes when he was suffering. And therefore, not understanding what her mother really did, she had no option but to side with her father.
But we as parents keep secrets. We want to protect our children from the truth. And this protection from the truth is, for me, is questionable. Is it more harmful for the child to hear the truth? Or is it more harmful to protect the child through this veil of secrecy? And I think this is a question that a lot of us as parents have. What is better? And we can see that the mother, in the form of protecting her child from the truth, has made a massive sacrifice at her own cost. But it's not only at her own cost, it is also at the cost of others' happiness.
Yeah. So it's really a difficult one to judge when you in situ, raising your child, having conflict with certain situations in the family system, to make that judgment call. That's very, very difficult. Luckily, we have this tool called Family Constellations, where we now can go into the field and ask for direction, ask for wisdom. And usually the field, the all-knowing field, as we speak about it, has a capacity to give us the healing direction for the situation. Even though it was many, many years ago, in this very current moment, we can find a resolution.
I once had a client, and she had a secrecy around who the father of her child was. And she was broken and she was lost. And then through setting up a constellation, we saw what would be a healing way forward. And the good news is she followed that constellation with a healing way forward. And it had such a good outcome in the family for everybody. So for the father's family especially, they were like delighted to have this child that they would have never known if that secret veil would not have been opened up. And also for her family and for the child itself, the child felt like, oh, I can breathe, don't have to hide. And I think sometimes we need to not just blurt out the information, but I love the idea that, as you said, we have this tool to work with.
And then before we move away from that scene, just to also make a note of how beautiful the director directed that scene when Ada's mom comes into the room. First she sits, she keeps her distance, and then she comes closer, and then she says, "Give me the brush." And then she starts to brush her hair. And then at the end, before she walks out, she refers to the hand mirror. Almost like the hand mirror then becomes that connector with the grandmother.
Yes.
Which is a beautiful transitional moment in the storytelling. And I just thought that is exquisite. That is so well done, you know.
And in that moment, you could actually see the pain in both women. And yet neither of them was able to express it. Yes, Ada expressed her anger, as she always does. But the mother does not get to really share her story. We can just continue this journey, because I think you and I are having fun on this journey.